in shadows cast by the...
Have you ever helped someone fix their problem only to be blamed for the mess later? It's like you're just trying to type the word shift in an email to your boss about an employee's new schedule, but the F key isn't working. Now you've sent 2 emails, and somehow you're the one being blamed for how it came out. And then, once you resolved their issue, they acted like they never knew you, used you, tossed you aside. No, thank you. No recognition. Just silence.
Welcome to Absolutely Focused Radio, where truth sheds its muzzle, silence gets broken, and healing dares to speak.
I'm far from perfect. I've made mistakes. I've had my share of misjudgments. I've been betrayed. And yeah, I've been mistrusted too. But here's what I've learned about support. Real support. The kind I've given most of my life. In tech and in truth. When you work in customer support, you learn something fast. You're not always going to get the full story. Some folks will own it. They'll say, yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. But others, they'll spin a tale. The lights flickered. The screen glitched. The mouse froze. And somehow, it's your fault. Still, you show up. You troubleshoot. You patch the pain. Why? Because your mind is trained to see the pattern behind the problem. You support people, even from a distance, because you know what it's like to be unheard, unseen, overwhelmed.
And today, we're not just talking about tech. We're talking about life. The people who love the results, but dodge the responsibility. The ones who crave power but reject reflection. Who want support with no reciprocity and credit with no contribution. This episode, it's not about pointing fingers. It's a moment to check ourselves, to ask, am I showing up with love, intention, and accountability?
You're now tuned in with the Sobriety Crew.
Hi, I'm Jane Marie with the Stats and Facts.
Look, I'm not just the guy you call when your screen freezes or your password's got more characters than a Marvel movie. I'm Chucky Chip, and I decode the digital drama before it turns into workplace trauma. System lag? I see the bug before it bites. Slack meltdown? I'll reroute your Vibe and your Wi-Fi. Tech tantrum at 2 a.m.? I'm the one patching code and calming chaos, with one hand on the keyboard and the other holding coffee. Because support isn't just about fixing tech, it's about fixing trust. And around here, empathy is part of the algorithm. You bring the mess, I bring the maintenance.
Hi, I'm Marcus the Motivator.
Special guests announcer, Anna Heryiwego.
And Curious Joe.
And me, Daniel Nelson, your sobriety buddy.
Let's heal, let's reflect, let's get absolutely focused.
Let's talk about this guy, Manager Magnifico. He struts through the office like his coffee costs more than your rent. He knows every rule, runs every meeting, tracks every deadline. But here's what he doesn't do. He never says, "Good job," never checks in unless something's wrong, never listens, only delegates. Then one day, people stop showing up on time. They stop caring. The energy dips. And what does Magnifico do? He blames you for not motivating others, even though he never gave you support or direction in the first place. That's not leadership. That's deflection disguised as a title.
85% of employees say being recognized for their work is a major motivator. But only 23% feel their leadership actually sees them. And 68% of teams cite emotional disconnect from management as the reason they mentally check out. If you want people to show up, you've got to show them they matter, not just their output.
Your team isn't crashing from workload. It's crashing from emotional neglect. If you want a high-functioning system, you need to patch the bugs in your culture. Here are 3 apps that restore connection and accountability. Slack plus DonutBot builds human connection into work culture with casual check-ins and real conversations. Officevibe collects anonymous feedback so you can see what your team's afraid to say.
But let's be clear, trust is everything. If you use feedback as a tool for retaliation, you've just broken the system you claim to fix. Building trust works both ways. If you want honesty, you have to honor it, not punish it.
Reflectly, a personal emotional journal that helps you stay emotionally regulated as a leader or creator. Because leading without grounding, that's not sustainable. That's burnout waiting to happen. Update your approach, or your system will crash.
Let me say this too. Nobody's perfect. We all look in the mirror and think we're doing the best we can. Maybe I thought I was the best tech, the best motivator, the most reliable one in the crew. But I showed up. You saw me on good days. You saw me on tired days. We laughed. We pushed through. But here's the part people don't talk about. Some folks only love you when you're down. The moment you start to heal, they disappear or get jealous. They don't mind pain as long as it's shared. But healing alone, that intimidates them.
You want your team to be early, but you're never grateful. You want your kids to respect you, but you pit one parent against the other. You want your partner to support you, but you've created a world where only you get to win. Here's the wake-up call. Support isn't control, leadership isn't silence, and love isn't leverage.
I don't chase titles. I protect peace. And I remember who showed up when it wasn't popular. You can't build emotional loyalty on empty praise. Recognition is the foundation. People are not processors. Don't run them without input and expect clean output. If you won't lead with love, don't be surprised when your circle shrinks.
That was The Watchers, The Workers, and The Wake-Up Call. Coming up in Season 4, Support or Surveillance, When Friends Keep Tabs, Parenting for Power versus Parenting with Purpose, Quiet Quitting, The Emotional Burnout Nobody Sees, Love or Leverage, How Emotional Manipulators Win. This was just a glimpse of what's ahead. And remember, every day is a chance to outgrow yesterday. There's no need to compete when you're focused on becoming complete. This ain't just a podcast. It's healing in high definition. So stay absolutely focused and stay awesome. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our newsletter. A fresh one drops every month. Until next time, peace.
Healing walks the opposite way. Don't love me with leverage, don't trace me for pain. Don't vanish when sunshine starts clearing the rain. I won't beg for a seat at a table I built. I'll dine with the truth, even solo with guilt.